It is also nicknamed as the City of the Golden Sunrise, Sunshine, and aspiring to be the King City of the East. Its cityhood was settled by the Supreme Court of the Philippines when it decided with finality on April 12, 2007, the constitutionality of its city charter, Republic Act 9394, which conferred upon and elevated the status of the municipality of Borongan into a component city of the province of Eastern Samar. Pronounced Borongan, the name Borongan was taken from the local word, Borong, which in the Wari-Wari language means fog. The mountainous terrain surrounding Borongan is covered by a heavy veil of fog which can usually be seen during the cold and raining seasons and in the early hours of the morning. Because of this characteristic, the pre-Hispanic natives attributed the name Borongan to the place, which was then a fragmented commune of households. Boronganons were known to be fierce fighters according to William Henry Scott, who stated that there was an Indio of gigantic stature called Pusong, a native of the town of Magtan in the interior of the island of Samar and El Babao, who used to make frequent invasions of the towns of Calbiga and Libunao, which are on the Samar side, but not so much around Borongan because those on that coast were much more feared. Its development into a town, and eventually into a city, is traced back to the early 1600s out of the scattered hamlets located on the banks of the adjacent Guibarangani, Borongan or Sabong River and Loong River. Guibarangani was the larger settlement and was later on called Borongan because of the heavy fog that usually covered the place. The people inhabiting the eastern coast of Samar were originally called Ibabao during the pre-Spanish period. As early as 1595, or 74 years after Ferdinand Magellan's landing in Hominhan, now an island barangay of Diwan, Eastern Samar, Spanish Jesuit missionary priests from mission centers in Leyte began to evangelize the southern portion of the island of Samar. The first evangelical mission was established in Tinago, Western Samar, and gradually expanded to Katubig. In 1614, Palapag was selected as the mission center of the Ibabao region or the northeastern coast of the island. From this mission center in turn was the eastern coast of Samar subsequently evangelized. The missionaries proselytized to the inhabitants in the faith, raised stone churches, and protected the people from the Muslim predatory piratical raids from the south. This is probably the reason why the town itself was established some distance away from the shoreline and built on a hill overlooking the northern banks of the Loong River. In fact, the old Catholic Church convent has its own self-contained water supply, a deep dugout well lined with big blocks of ancient hewn stones located underneath the convent building itself. The major settlements then were Borongan, Bacot, Jubasan, Perak, now Dolores, Tubig, Taft, Sulat, Libas, Nanak, now San Julian, Butag, now Giwan, and Balangiga. The development of Borongan was greatly influenced by the religious missions of the Jesuits during the period 1604-1768, and the Franciscans from 1768 to 1868. Borongan was established as a pueblo on September 8, 1619. On this date, the Comandancia and the Very Rev. Father Superior of the Jesuits from Palapag, a town in northern Samar, went to Ibabao to install the first priest of Borongan, Father Manuel Martinez, who served up to 1627. On June 21, 2007, Borongan became the first city in Eastern Samar. However, it subsequently lost its cityhood, along with 15 other cities, after the Supreme Court of the Philippines granted a petition filed by the League of Cities of the Philippines, and declared the cityhood law RA 9394, which granted the town its city status, unconstitutional. The said 16 cities, the court ruled, did not meet the requirements for cityhood. 8. On December 22, 2009, the cityhood law of Borongan and 15 other municipalities regained its status as cities again after the Supreme Court reversed its ruling on November 18, 2008. On August 23, 2010, the court reinstated its ruling on November 18, 2008, causing Borongan and 15 cities to become regular municipalities. Finally, on February 15, 2011, Borongan becomes a city again, including the 15 municipalities declaring that the conversion to cityhood met all legal requirements. After 6 years of legal battle, in its board resolution, the League of Cities of the Philippines acknowledged and recognized the cityhood of Borongan and 15 other cities.